Wow. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Who's a big boy? A big boy.
I'm a dog.
I found some help.
Hello everybody and welcome to the midschool gaming review, where I review kind of old games and kind of new game, like somewhere between like 2011 to early, like late 2000, around that area. And today we'll be going to be looking at a game called Borderlands 1, not 2, 1, because that's how I roll. Now, Borderlands 3 is really simple, nice and easy get to going. If you're looking for more of a BioWare productive story in a game, you should continue looking, because this story is pretty much open, saying there was once a vault that would give you power and money. Go find it now, have fun, and it leads you out there. But there is a lot of backstory, and I was actually surprised looking back at this game's history before Borderlands 2 came out, how much backstory there is. But no, it's not really a solid plot. Also, the evil guy, you kind of forget that she's there. You just kind of like, who was she? She's like one of the only forgettable characters, but besides that, who cares, right? Anyway, moving on to presentation. Now the game actually has this awesome night to day transition, and the art style is bloody amazing. Like, if I was put into a room and I was told to point out Borderlands at all these different pictures of art, I would be like, that's it. It's so shading, it works, it just, yeah. It's kind of this wasteland, also has this wasteland feel, but even though it's not even on Earth, which most people I've talked to presume, it's actually on another planet called Pandora, which I should have put that in the story. Fuck it. Characters are instantly likable. Like, as soon as you see someone come out and they're like, hey, what's up? And you're like, you, man, you're gonna be my best friend out here. And they all kind of got their own insanity thing too going on. It's bloody amazing. Like, I can still remember like everyone's name in this game. And that I didn't even like need to play for the entire game. I can still go Scooter, Dr. Ned, Dr. Zed, Claptrap, and so on. Marcus, I can name them all. And most games I normally forget the names. Like, I have to play through and be like, oh yeah, I remember you, and I remember the whole backstory and stuff. But then I got pretty good memory. Anyway, moving on to the bad stuff. While the game looks nice, you kind of forget, like, it kind of gets boring after a while. Like, running around in the desert kind of gets boring, and you just kind of forget. Like, oh yeah, more desert. Until like the later levels, you go to the snow biomes and stuff, which look a lot more amazing. And you're like, yay! Sounds of guns, they start off sounding pretty good, pretty solid for a AAA title, and then and also the look, they start to look the same as well. Like, the sounds start sounding the same, and the look starts kind of get boring. But what do you expect? It's randomly generated, like the guns, and the towns don't even feel alive. What's the point of that? Like, you're running around town. Oh look, it's the guy that sits there all day doing nothing. Like in Borderlands 2, NPCs would actually walk around. Yeah, it's kind of gone in the way, but at least it was an improvement. But then again, while we're looking at this new, we're looking at the old. Anyway, moving on to gameplay.
Sniper rifle, which sucks ass.
Now, this game is a first-person shooter RPG. How do I explain it? Basically, you got the first-person shooter elements with leveling up, and you upgrade like your stats and stuff, and you get there's full class, and 4 classes you can pick from, each with their own abilities. You got the Berserker that punches shit, which and then you got Roland the soldier, which can throw down a turret. Then you got the Siren that can just be a bitch and run away from like every battle. Well, actually, she's supposed to run into the middle of the combat and attack from like inside the enemy. And then you got the sniper guy that pretty much throws a bird. He's kind of the grenade guy, but then again, I'll get to that in a second. But one awesome feature about this game is the full player co-op and the randomly generated loot, which is its claim to fame, really. But with full player co-op, nothing is left out. You can play for the entire game. But there is a problem with balance. I'll get to that in a second. There's so many quests to do. Like, you won't see this all in your first playthrough. In fact, when you beat the game with a character, you can play through the entire game with that character again, with no debuffs or anything. But the only thing is, the game is harder this time around. So the first time is kind of like easy, next time it's challenge. So yeah, they do some pretty cool shit with grenades. They bring in grenade mods, which are a good feature, don't get me wrong, but you never bloody use grenades. Like, I've never used a grenade at all. I've never needed the grenade. Like, grenade features are like, throw a grenade, it blows up, and then all these other grenades come out, or sticker grenades, and health, like grenades that you throw blows up, and they take all the health and absorb it into you. Kill features, yes, but I never used any of them. Getting to the bad stuff, one sec here. Now, the first thing I want to address by getting into this bad side of the gameplay, quests get really repetitive. There's so many of them, they all feel the same. They're all fetch quests. Go kill X amount of skags. Go find X amount of food. Go turn on power generator. That's it. This is much. Or go destroy cars inside a car. And car gameplay, it's bearable. Like, you can get through it. You don't feel like just stop playing. Like, you don't get annoyed. It's just the minor annoyance. Like, how you drive is W and mouse. Just hold down W and move your mouse where you want to go. And occasionally pressing F to boost. That's about it. But controls are pretty solid beyond that. Like, I never had a problem. Snipers are really pointless in like every zone because it's so close together. You don't have time to aim down your sight and actually snipe. And not to mention, every sniper I saw online, which I'll get to soon, they all use guns like assault rifles, shotguns, anything close range. They don't even use snipers, and they become really overpowered in PvP. And PvP is just a side note, but no one ever does it, so I didn't really review it. But they have the strongest class in all of it. Trying to connect to people is terrible. Like, I had to learn how to port forward. There's a lot of connection issues, and it seems to me that a lot of people are still having some. And if that's note, I'm going, like, those are just 3 little quick notes. There are some few bugs, but nothing really game breaking. Sure, there is a glitch in one of the DLCs where you can jump into a big giant armory with no time limit and just take what you want. But I'm not going to say how, because part of the fun is looting and trying to find the best loot, trading with your friends because you have for better loot, and trading online. But I'll get to online just right now, I guess. Now, with the online features, this is part of the show where I talk about the online capabilities and how many players are still there. Actually, there are still a few players still playing this game, and that comes to a surprise. Well, not really a surprise, but more of a wow, there's actually still players. But then again, normally everything has still players. But yeah, there's this weird feature in the game where you can only play with people your own level. Sounds like a good idea, right? Thing is, it doesn't fucking work. I had a level 80 and well, not 80, like I had a level 50, no, 48, sorry, 48, and I went online and I couldn't find anyone. I make a level 1 and there's a level 50 person playing. And I can connect to that person. But not with my level 48 person. I went back, quickly changed, and I'm like, oh yeah, he must have quit. No, I changed it back and he's still fucking playing. I jumped in and was like, hey, did you quit before? And like, he said nope. You want me to speed level you? I'm like, sure, I guess. There's nothing else I can do. Now with customization, I forgot to put this in stuff it. I'm not going back and editing. Customization features is pretty much changing your clothes color. Yeah, that's it. Now the problem with online is when playing online, a lot of hackers, man. Well, not really bad hackers. Like, they'll give you awesome gear that they've made, like modded through other software, especially on PC. Like, I walked into this game and the guy was level 1 with a gun that shot 999999999 and crits every hit with explosive and corrosive and scag like element weapons, which is another feature of the game. There's some weapons that can shoot like fire, corrosive, which is like sort of like acid, and there's explosives, which I kind of understand, but when you get a rocket launcher that shoots explosives, it's kind of like, what? Friends list, you can add people online, which is a nice feature. Yeah, it's good, but the community kind of needs to stop hacking. Like, when you get that awesome weapon, you kind of defeat the purpose of playing the game. You've won, basically. You got the best shit. It's more fun to open up a chest, which doesn't get old, believe me, and just take in everything. Yeah. Anyway, getting to the end of this review now, where I give it a score, and yeah. Also, I also talk about a bit of the ending. I don't discuss it too much. I just say, yeah, the ending was kind of good. Good, but you wanted more. That's all I can say about the ending of this game. No real spoilers besides that. And there is DLC, and the DLC is good. Really, really good. Like, there's one DLC that you want to have friends, and that's the Underground Moxies DLC, where it's pretty much a survival mode. But trust me, if you play that shit alone, you are destined to die. Get 3 friends, get 2 friends or something, at least 2. It's a minimum of 2 people, and play that shit. Along with that, the difficulty, there is sometimes random spikes. Like, you find a badass, and which are like the elites in this game, and they come out of nowhere and just start tearing shit up. You find one of those guys, you run. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else to say. I know I missed 1 or 2 things, but yeah, you can go look somewhere else on other reviews. I'm not trying to be the best reviewer here, and plus it's my first review. Anyway, this game gets an 8 out of 10. I want to give it a 9, but the online issues bug the shit out of me. The fact that the random system thing put in place does not make any sense to me. I did have some challenge getting this to work with my friend, just having a private system. I had to learn port forwarding to get it to work. It did crash once or twice trying to install, but then again, that could just be my copies. So don't get too excited. There are a lot of hackers online that would just freely give you shit. What else? The towns feel empty. They don't feel alive at all. This one NPC claptrap that runs around actually doing shit. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.